Hello, it's 7 p.m. on June the 7th, 2020, and let's get welcome to the weather update. And we're going to first start with Tropical Storm Cristobal, which is making landfall right now as we speak in, looks like south of New Orleans. Let's take a look at the latest public advisory here. So the location is 65 miles south of New Orleans. Maximum sustained winds are 50 miles an hour. Its movement is north at 7 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is 993 millibars or 29.32 inches. We still have the storm surge warning in effect from the mouth of Mississippi River to Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and a storm surge watch east of Morgan City, Louisiana, to the mouth of Mississippi. Tropical storm warning in effect for the area as well. As of 4 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Cristobal was located near latitude 29.1 north, longitude 89.9 west. Cristobal is moving toward the north at near 7 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue this afternoon, followed by a gradual turn toward the north-northwest later this evening and tonight. On the forecast track, the center of Cristobal will approach the northern Gulf of Mexico coast this afternoon, and then move inland across southeastern Louisiana this afternoon through Monday morning, and then northward through Arkansas and Missouri Monday afternoon into Tuesday. Data from the NOAA Doppler weather radars and offshore oil platforms indicate the maximum sustained winds remain at 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. So tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 205 miles from the center, so it is a large storm. During the past couple of hours, an oil rig located about 80 miles south of Mobile, Alabama, measured a sustained wind of 51 miles an hour with a gust of 64 at an elevation of 123 feet. A NOAA automated observing station on Dauphin Island, Alabama, reported a sustained wind of 42 miles an hour and a gust of 48 miles an hour. And a weather flow site on Ship Island, Mississippi, observed a sustained wind of 41 miles an hour and a gust of 51. The estimated minimum central pressure based on nearby surface observations is 993 millibars. So let's take a look at Cristobal. Let's get the latest here from the Tropical Tidbits site. We'll go ahead and look at some satellite images of it right now. So we'll first look at this one here. You can see it's making, well, we gotta wait for it to load, but it's making landfall right now. It looks really disorganized. The storm is really, I mean, it's not a real serious storm. Well, every storm has some hazards to it, but this is not as bad as it could have been. It's very disorganized, indeed, because of the shear. Very disorganized, as you can see. And we'll look at some other satellite images of it, too, as well. Let's take a look at our weather, our satellite image first. The satellite image for our area. We'll get to our weather today. We had sunshine and then some clouds in the afternoon. Got up there, the temperatures got up there into the upper 70s. You can see the clouds there, but I'm going to be moving this to the Gulf of Mexico so we can take a look at Cristobal. So here's Cristobal right here, and you can see again, it almost looks extra tropical when you look at it. It almost doesn't even look you can see like the center of it's tropical, but it's part of like an upper level system, and that's kind of like there's been a lot of shear, which is why it hasn't gotten all that strong. But however, there has been a conveyor of moisture going across Florida, and they've had a lot of rain over Florida and severe thunderstorms. And I think there was even a tornado there yesterday. This thing is still producing a lot of severe weather far from its center. It looks more like an extratropical storm than a tropical system. But it is a very large system, as you can see when we take a look at it. Extremely large. And again, this is the other look at it again. As far as power outages go, it's not really causing a whole lot. Only 6,387 in Louisiana and 66,500 in Mississippi. There's more outages in Florida at 8,502 because, again, they've had a lot more severe weather there. Let's go look at New Orleans right now and get the radar for that area so we can look at this storm on the radar. Right now it's 82 there. Northeast wind to 25, gusting to 32. Look at that dew point, though, 78. Ouch, that is humid. Oh, my God, how can anyone deal with that? That is horrible. Very humid place there. Oh, of course. I don't know why the Weather Service... Why? and it won't let me run it. It's blocking the plugin. So I guess we can't look at this radar. Let's try this one. Alright, so here is the radar from here. And you can see here, this is, you can see the heavy rain that is coming. And that rain is going across Florida too. You can see that conveyor. And you got the heavy rain all along the Gulf Coast. But this is more of a rainmaker than anything, really. The winds aren't all that impressive with it. Most of the strongest winds are offshore, right at the immediate coast. They aren't that impressive at all. So let's take a look at our weather today. Got the observations here. You can see all these red flag warnings out west. Oh wow, look at that. A gust to 70 miles an hour at Blanding. South-southwest at 35, with a wind gust to 70. 77, the dew point is 13. So there's some serious fire danger, it looks like, in Colorado. This is in Colorado. Some serious Flagstaff probably, too, experiencing some high winds as well. Oh, yeah, high wind, 33, wind gust up to 33. That's Grand Canyon. I'm trying to find Flagstaff. Is this Flagstaff here? Flagstaff should be somewhere over here. Alright, I don't know where it is, but there's a lot of very dry conditions in this area, so they've got the red flag warning, and they're at risk for some wildfires. Let's go to our area, though. Let's look at the weather today, what we have right now outside. Temperatures have dropped into the mid-70s, but they were in the upper 70s this afternoon. Got pretty strong north winds out there. Let's take a look and see what the highs were today across the area. We're going to just change this over to the historical and take a look at the actual maximum temperature. So yeah, this area's got close to 80. It was a little cooler out east, only 73, but then there's 77. So mid 70s. It's about seasonable for this time of the year. A little warmer in Nassau, and not surprisingly, more like around 80 in Toms River, of course, always hotter there. Let's go back to the air temperatures. Alright, so current air temperatures. These are the current air temperatures. I'm looking at the dew points here. Dew points nice and low in the 40s, 50s. So pretty comfortable out there. I still got a little hot walking around in the afternoon because it's, what can I tell you? I get hot. It was not hot out, but I get hot. It was mid 70s, but that sun is strong, and not as cool as it was last Sunday. But still, a nice day. I wish I had gotten to the Pines, but I didn't. So just didn't feel like it. It's the right. I just didn't feel like dealing with the heat, even though it wasn't that hot. I'm sorry. One day, it's also because it's a Sunday. It's not a lot of places I can go on a Sunday, and anyway, sorry, I got off topic. So let's take a look at the models, GFS here, and we're going to look at the surface here. We'll keep looking at the surface. So here's Cristobal right here, and you can see it's making that landfall. Then it takes that northwest turn. We got the high over us, so it's going to keep us dry and sunny. This goes right up the Midwest, right up into the lakes. Here we are at Wednesday. Becomes a very strong extratropical low, and then that brings a cold front our way, probably sometime on Thursday, and then we have another high build in, and then another high builds in behind that for the weekend, hopefully, though it looks like there might be a front that might try to stall out offshore there. That's a ways away, of course, and then another high there that builds in. It's kind of far. I don't really like going that far in the long range. Let me look at the NAM. NAM 12 kilometer, and we'll see what it does with Cristobal. So here's Cristobal here. Takes it in. it winds it. Look at that. It gets connected to this upper level energy here, and then really just gets wound up into a really strong surface low over here, which is very interesting. And I wonder now how much rain. Let's see how much rain the NAM has for this whole corridor here. Well, there's going to be quite a bit of rain, though. This is going to bring a lot of heavy rains right up through the Midwest here, up into Missouri, Illinois. This whole area here could be seeing 2 inches or more of rain from this thing. But we're going to be fairly dry, on the other hand. We're not really going to see much rain at all. This is through Thursday morning, and there isn't much rain at all for us. So that's something to think about. At least we'll be dry, but the thing is we haven't really had, well, we got a little rain yesterday, so it helped, but we're still on the dry side. And then look, also out in the southwest there's no rain either, so that's why there's going to be the fire threat for them. So let's go look at the temperatures. I put this back to the GFS here, and we'll take a look and see how our temperatures, how are we dealing with the temperatures as we go into tomorrow. So tonight we drop into probably the low 60s, so it won't be that cool. And then tomorrow we'll be up into the mid 70s, maybe close to 80 in certain areas again. And then for Tuesday it's gonna be hotter, probably 80 or above, middle of the island, North Shore, well into the mid 80s in Jersey, probably maybe some 90-degree readings. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's 90 in Jersey again. It's always so hot there. And similar for Wednesday, you see that there's a sea breeze, though, keeping Long Island cooler. And you can see there's that front that's coming through. So here's Thursday with one more day, or it's warm, and then it drops. Actually, no, it doesn't really drop. We're still in the mid 80s for Friday, so it's kind of hot. I was hoping it would be cooler. And then it's cooler on the weekend there. We're back down to the 70s again, and around 80. I mean, it is mid-June. So 80s is kind of like normal now. Got 80s on Monday, but no real. All right, it's of course it's pushing heat on the 10-day close to 90. Of course, it's GFS is always doing that. Around the 20th, it's pushing a really big heat wave. The good news is, at least by the 20th, if we have to, we can go to Connecticut because they're opening their restaurants. If it does indeed get that hot, hopefully this is just the GFS being the GFS, hopefully, and nothing else, really. I will look at the Canadian to see if there's some kind of an agreement there about heat, but this Canadian doesn't go as far out. So here we go into tomorrow. Cooler. This is the Canadian now, right? Which I don't like using, but you can see it's not as hot as the GFS. But Canadian might have a cool bias. I don't think this is going to go far enough out. No, this isn't going to go far enough out. So only the GFS goes that far out. And this is the problem with the GFS, is that you go run by run and it changes. So let me put it back to where it gets hot again. All right, and let's go to the run from last night, the 0Z run. It's not there. See that? So that's what I mean. There's a lot of variability in the GFS, and somebody will say, "Oh, the GFS indicates bad heat," but this is the GFS being the GFS. And you can see how it just all of a sudden decides at that 10-day period or 10+ day period to do this and bring this kind of heat in. If indeed it does get that hot, it's going to be a problem. But that is so long, I am not going to freak out over it right now. So if it keeps indicating that, then we'll have something to worry about. So let's take a look at see what the dew points will be doing as far as the humidity goes. Nice low humidity today. We still have low humidity tomorrow. Dew points in the 40s, maybe even a little less tomorrow. And then we see a little increase in the humidity on Tuesday. Nothing that bad. It's Wednesday that we really start seeing an increase. Dew points going up into the 60s. And here's that front Thursday. And you can see it kind of gets, you can see what we're dealing with, the stall front there. It kind of gets stuck offshore there. So it might not be all that great behind that front. We have to wait for a stronger front to come through. That would be Sunday, and we try to get the front through, but GFS wants to stall it out and then bring in the heat. And this is what the dew points would be like if we had that heat wave. Obviously, not only would it be very hot, it would be very humid. And if it did come to that, I would be definitely defying the governor's order. And I don't see why anyone would make a big deal out of sitting inside when it's that hot out. But that is over 10 days away, and I'm not going to get upset about it because it could very well change once again. So let's go take a look at the skies. We look at the GFS here, and I'll look at the NAM too on the skies. This is overdone. These clouds. It's probably going to be mostly sunny tomorrow. It's probably just overdone. Mostly sunny for Tuesday as well. And then we see more clouds. And you can see we try to push that front offshore, and it does push it offshore on Friday. So we would have a clear day on Saturday, and then we're dealing with more of that stall front, and then we try to get it offshore by Monday. I'm not going to go any further than that. So that's the GFS. Let's take a look at the NAM sky forecast. And today we had some clouds around, but it was sunny. Good part of there is mostly sunny. It was nothing wrong with today whatsoever. So it does have some more high clouds over us tomorrow, so we might have to be dealing with some more high clouds, perhaps. And then Tuesday, a little more in the way of high. Just about the same deal with the high clouds again. And then we get more clouds for Wednesday. Let's look at the RGM for cloud forecast as well. This is the RGM cloud forecast. So it has like a few high clouds over us, very few. Probably, like I said, it'll be mostly sunny. Probably be more sun tomorrow than today, but you might see more cirrus around. Tuesday you might have some cirrus too. But all in all, fairly decent weather. And we can look at the Canadian too for clouds as well if you want. This is the Canadian model. Mostly sunny. We see more clouds, and you can see that front there kind of getting hung up on Friday there. So we'll see. It'll depend if we can get that damn front through or if it gets stuck or not. We'll have to see what happens. But I think that's going to be it. Feels like I'm leaving something out, but I think that'll be it for the weather update. I mean, yeah, I guess I could go over windy.com, but I don't really want to do that. As far as I guess we could look at the next chance for rain, but there really isn't going to be much. This goes all the way out. You see we're dry tomorrow, dry Tuesday, dry Wednesday, maybe a little something to the north. Next chance maybe before it be Thursday morning. Again, this with that cold front would be the next chance of precipitation on Thursday. But other than that, it's going to be a dry week, and we're going to have nice weather, so enjoy it. Hopefully that heat doesn't happen. So that's going to be it for this weather update. Thank you for watching.